Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, you're welcome. My name is Anita, and if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified each and every time I upload a new tutorials on my channel. If you're an old member, you're welcome back. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you on how to draft and sew this trending dress step by step. So if you want to know how I'll be going about it, keep on watching. First thing, the fabric I'm going to be using is quite very stretchy. So when we are drafting our pattern, we're not going to be adding any sewing allowance. First thing I will do now is to go ahead and going to draw a straight line, which is going to be the guideline. Once I'm done drawing that straight line, the next thing I will do is to take my soldier measurement divided by 2. So my soldier measurement is 14. 14 divided by 2 will give me 7 inch. I will mark that up. After marking it up, I'll go ahead now to slant it down by 1 inch for the soldier slant. Next thing I'll do now is to go ahead now to move down to my armhole deep, which is 7.5 inch, and mark that up. After marking it up, the 7 inch I use from here to here, I will as well use it here as well. Go ahead and connect that up, just like so, as you can see me doing, all the way to that soldier slant. Then I'll also connect this up like this as well. Once I'm done doing so, the next thing I'll do is to go ahead now to mark the neck deep for the front, which is 3 by 3 inch. And for the back neck deep, I'll go down by 1 inch and mark that up. And I'm going to be connecting it up and connect the front neck deep as well, like this. Next thing I'll do is to connect my soldier slant, just like so. Then now I'll go ahead now to measure from the soldier to the waist line, which is 15 inch. Then measure from the soldier to the hip deep line, which is 22 inch, and mark that up. Then I'll go ahead to connect it up. After connecting it up, I'll just go ahead to label it up, the chest, the waistline, and the hip line. Now I will measure whatever I have from here and divide it by 2, which is 7.5 divided by 2 will give me 3.075. Then I'll go in by half an inch. Then now I'll just go ahead now. I'll come here, I'll put 1/4 of the bust, which is 34 divided by 4 will give me 8.5. I'll mark that up. Then I'll come here on the waist. I'm going to put 1/4 of my waist, which mine is 26 divided by 4 will give me 6.5. I'll mark that up. I'll come here on the hip. I'll take round the hip divided by 4, which is 37 divided by 4 will give me 9.025. I'll mark that up exactly. Like I said, my fabric is stretchy, so I'm not adding any allowance. Go down by 4 inch, mark that up, and then you can choose to connect it up here, or you can choose to go up by 2 inch and connect that up. After doing so, the next thing I'll do is to go ahead now to cut up the pattern. But remember, here we do not add the back armhole. I'm just going to connect it up like this for the back armhole. Then I'll cut. Once I'm done cutting it up, I'll just go ahead now, cut up my fabric first before cutting the front neckline and the armhole. So I've just gone ahead and cut up my piece and added the lining to it, and I'll overlock it because the fabric I'm using is quite very light. I did the same thing to the front piece as well. Cut my lining and I join it and overlock it to stick them together. So you can see this is the front piece. And here, these are my sleeve. I already have a tutorial on how to make a sleeve, a basic sleeve. So what you're going to do to get the ruche at the downer part, you're going to take round the hip and multiply that by 3. So mine is 37 multiplied by 3 will give me 111. Then I'm going to cut by 111 by 11 inch. Okay, I will go ahead now to pin up the soldier together, as you can see me doing. After pinning it, I'll take it to the machine and stitch, and I'm going to do the same thing right there. Once I'm done stitching, this is what it's looking like, as you can see. The next thing we're going to do now, I'm going to place it flat and I'll be adding my sleeve to it. I've already went ahead to notch the center of my sleeve and I also notch the right, that's the front side of the sleeve, okay? Then I'll just go ahead, pin up the center right there, continue pinning it. Once we're done pinning, we'll take it to the machine and we're going to stitch it up, have an inch away. Must stitch up, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other side as well. This is what it looked like after stitching it, as you can see. Next thing I will do is to go ahead, fold half an inch and half an inch. I'm going to be hemming that up. After hemming it up, this is what it looked like, as you can see. The next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead to join it up together, just like this, and I'm going to pin it up. After pinning it up, I'll take it to the machine. I'm going to stitch half an inch away. To be able to gather the downer part of the dress, go ahead, set your machine at the longest stitch all the way to the other end. Once we're done stitching it, this is what it looks like, as you can see. I stitch it with the longest stitch of my machine. Now the next thing I'll do now is to go ahead. I'm going to be pinning it up together like this. Right side facing right side. I'll pin it all the way till I get to the other end. When I'm done pinning it, I'll take it to the machine. I'm going to stitch it all the way around. When I'm done stitching it, I'll just go ahead and close the side seams that is remaining. Then hem the downer part with half an inch, trim all the excess, and I'm going to put it on to show you what it looked like on me. This is what the dress looked like. I hope you all love it. Do not forget to give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and share. Let me know what you think about this dress. If you find the tutorial helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell for the next DIY. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.